Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the February 3rd Al-Anon readings in Courage to Change and a little time for myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I'll take a moment to look this over. The question of the day is, what do I need my higher power to look and feel like? The passage begins with a person who once had no specific idea of what God meant to them. But while working their program, they prayed and meditated to decide what their higher power looked and felt like. And this person came to believe that their higher power, who they call love, was always there and will always be there. This person refers to their higher power as she, that the higher power wants this person to be happy and share that happiness with others, take responsibility for their actions and respect others, and to listen with love, to listen and look with love. Today's reminder: we are welcome in Al-Anon, no matter what our idea of our higher power is. And the quote is from Reaching for Personal Freedom. And again, it says, we can understand our higher power in any way that we choose. So what do I need my higher power to look and feel like? It's similar, actually, to what was described in the passage. My higher power has always been the connection between all things. And to me, that connection is love. The love that is, and the energy of love that makes the connection between all things. That's how I feel safe and comforted, knowing that my higher power that we are all one and that we are all connected. And the highest frequency of energy is love. So that's my current higher power. It's been my higher power for a while, but I'm always open, always, thinking about, evaluating how I feel about that. But it has always felt right to me. It has always felt right and true for me. And so it's a very individualized thing. And I love how Al-Anon doesn't tell us what, who, how, anything about what our higher power needs to be. We get to decide that for ourselves. Our higher power doesn't have to have a gender. I think it's interesting how most of the, not so much in this book, but in most of the, or all of the other readers, higher power is referred to in the male pronoun he. But again, we take what we like and we leave the rest. If that doesn't work for us, we don't have to refer to it that way. I guess I don't really know the story behind it, but I guess they had to choose something, and that's what they chose. But now they're becoming more. I don't want to say progressive. That sounds judgy, and I don't mean it that way. But they're being more open, flexible in calling the higher power different pronouns, I guess, referring it to higher powers, different things in this newest reader. All right, I want to take a minute to look this page over. This reading is about serenity. It starts off funny. I've always thought it was funny. The first paragraph says that when this person first came to Al-Anon, they heard that working the program could lead to serenity, but they were more interested in curing the alcoholic and paying their gas bill. I love that. It's just, I love the humor. Their idea of serenity was like a Buddhist, I'm making this up, it doesn't say this, but like a Buddhist monk at the top of a mountain meditating. The passage goes on to say serenity has led them to inner security and an unlimited source of energy and wisdom, which is their higher power. They felt like they could deal with anything that came along. And the passage wraps up by saying that serenity is a treasure that this person has found with Al-Anon and their higher power. Today's reminder: seeking serenity, we are more wholly ourselves. Wholly meaning like whole, parts of a whole. WHOLE. The quote is from In All Our Affairs, talking about how wonderful our lives can be even though we're in difficult situations. Sometimes, depending on where we are in our program and in our lives. Because I wouldn't say I'm in a difficult situation. I'm not in the situation, I'm no longer in the situation that brought me to Al-Anon, but I still experience things where I need help, and the tools of the program help me get through those things. And I can be full of humility and say that I definitely think that the last couple of weeks I've been using the tools of the program and have been struggling a bit, I think, internally, and that has come out in the form of my eye infection, which is so much better now. Oh, what a relief. Oh my goodness. And today I got my eye doctor had recommended eyelid cleansing wipes. Well, he recommended those in July, It is now January, and I finally picked some up. And a very good friend of mine recommended an eye mask that I could heat in the microwave to apply some pressure and some warm some warm moisture to my eyes to help with the health of the oil ducts in my eyelids, because that's what a sty is, I believe, is like a clogged oil duct, and then it can get infected, which is what happened to me. So moving forward, but I do truly believe that my eye infection was a manifestation of me resisting things that are out of my control. Always learning, always learning. And I will say this, being extremely vulnerable, I will say this. 8 years ago around this time, I started taking antidepressants. And 8 years later, I have weaned myself off with my doctor's help of both of my antidepressants. But this time, I got a nasty eye infection, which is now healing. So I'm going to call that progress. We'll close out with the serenity prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.